With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Mayfield to throw it. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Browns first down.
20, 58, come on. I got one.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be second and 12. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram, and he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go.
It's third and 7.
Let's go now. Hey, come on. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. All right, here we go. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Who there? Who there?
From the gun, Jackson. It's caught by Mark Ingram. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
A 7-yard gain.
Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore the middle of last year, led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. And that strong finish was good enough for the Ravens to capture their first AFC North crown since 2012. And now Jackson's a known commodity. He's the unquestioned starter, and with increased expectations and pressure on the former Heisman Trophy winner.
Bound to lose one.
On second down, Ingram. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got Snead. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Let's go, defense.
Jackson from the shotgun. Being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he slides to avoid the hit. Jackson, always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Jackson now. The quick slant caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. A throw down the field caught by his running back. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. It's a pickup of 5. Brings up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A good pickup there, a 22. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. It's caught, Beckham. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st and goal, Cleveland.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. This is the rookie from Oklahoma State, Justice Hill. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. That's taken on the 25. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
36-yard line.
On the counter, Ingram. Ingram's got the first down and more. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram. He goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield. Although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence. Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season.
2nd and 12 at the 47-yard line.
Let's go now. Hey, no more. You got nothing to do. You got nothing.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it's third down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Carey. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it's third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Second and 5 now. Mayfield escaping the pressure right. It's caught by OBJ. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now a play fake here on first down. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
Jackson dancing to his left. And an alley to run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson, open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. He's at the 50. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board.
Now loose football. The ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw, Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the first down at around the 22. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Seibert's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Jackson on first down. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Going up top. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. The throw here going to be complete to Gordon. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Jackson operating from the gun. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And it's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Mike, check, 59. Go. Check safety.
On 3rd down, Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Ravens get a bit closer. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead down to 10, 24-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns drive about to get started. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down. Mayfield now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Let's go.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
A gain of 12. And the Browns 1st down.
58, come on. Here we go.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Pass complete to his receiver, Pettis. Now the Browns will use the 1st of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
King. Hey, 4-1 Mike. Hey, watch the slant. 41.
And again, it's Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. Mayfield now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Seibert able to knock this one through. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the Browns, 47.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go. Check 24. Check 24. Let's go.
Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On first down, it's Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12. 180. The 26-yard line.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. And a big loss is here as he's taken down. Chris Wormley. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. That's out to Chubb, complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Ingram. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete here.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Jackson now. Going to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. Gets it to Gordon. Over 30 yards there. And 1st downs on 3 consecutive plays now. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
2nd and 6.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
That's what I do. Regular. Go 58 to the mic. I'm coming for you, son. Hey, God.
Now Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Mayfield. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go.
They come out here in the eye. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And an alley to run. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
You're not ready. You're not ready. Boom. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Here we go.
Throwing again. Jackson. He's got it to Ingram. Complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Everyone in this stadium knows Jackson can do that as well as any QB in the league. They talked about limiting some of his running this year, especially the design runs, but he's still going to scramble when he feels he has green in front of him. He led all quarterbacks last year, 695 yards rushing, and keep in mind 80% of those came in the 7-game stretch when he was named starter late in the season. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
at the 23-yard line.
No.
Throwing on second down, Jackson. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 13. And these guys are going to have the football back as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Hunt, and he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Tackle made there by Chris Wormley.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Now a man open down the middle of the field. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that, plus 3.
Past the 20. A huge play there on the screen pass. 41 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. He'll run it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The escapability in evidence there. Is that one good for 15 and a first? The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your mitt.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Seth Roberts, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Tucker with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. Here's Jamie Gillendown as he's on to punt for Cleveland. With it is Brown. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12.
Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Now it's Jackson. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points, that means this is now a 2-score game.
Yeah, and that's tough to deal with, isn't it? This little time left. Those 2 points doesn't seem like a lot, but it means everything now. Those are going to be the ones we're going to look back on. Those 2 points right there, the play of the game.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Mayfield on first down. Sideline throw, that's caught by Landry. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A gain of 6 there on first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, I can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now on 2nd and 16, Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, staying open.
Jackson on 3rd and long from his end zone. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Greedy Williams, the rookie from LSU. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
At the 48-yard line.
Go! 90 Wolf! I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Standing on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So so for the Browns, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on